The streets we've come to aren't in the famous heart of Edinburgh, but out on a limb, as it were, in the sprawling estates of Drylaw and Muirhouse and West Pilton.
I've never lived outside of Muirhouse. I've been here for 19 years, so it's normal to me. So when people are saying, "Oh, you're from Muirhouse," I don't get what they mean, because it's normal for me. I don't expect anything less when there's people getting chased from cops and stuff like that, and there's fires and bins and stuff like that every second week.
I think there was a period when it was first built, and I remember when it was first built, you know, this used to be farmland. There was no houses here. This was built on, at one time we walked from Drylaw straight to the beach, which was about a mile and a bit, through farmland, through hedges and things like that, down the edges of cornfields. When they went and created Muirhouse, and the houses were brand new, like everywhere which is brand new, you're really pleased that you've got a brand new house, and council to house, and the whole of the area there was not a private or a for let or owner-occupier. We were all, Jock Tamson's parents, we were all Muirhouse, you know, and I lived in Muirhouse Terrace, and I lived for 23 years in a place called Pennywell Road, where the Craig Royston High School is now. So, having lived in Muirhouse and been brought up in this area for 65 years now, yeah, Muirhouse has went up and down, depending on what's happening. In bad times, it's been bad. HIV, drug misuse, drugs sharing, needle exchange, all those things had to be brought in to try and rectify the situation.
A lot of the opinions in Muirhouse are probably negative to people from the outside, because they've seen it as, during the 70s and 80s, it was like the heroin capital of Europe and stuff like that, and that sort of stereotype of it is continued, and there is a bit that's still happening, but there's nothing like what it was. But for me, I've been here my whole life, so it's just normal, so it doesn't really faze me what the opinion of it is for people.
I think people living in Muirhouse may be looked on as being quite a few rungs down the pecking order, and I think that's incorrect. I think the people around about here are brilliant. You know.
Generally, the people in Muirhouse are they're really down to earth. They're really humble. They're like anybody from anywhere else. You know, they're going to be friendly to you if you're friendly to them. It's just, you could probably see it as there's less opportunities for people here, because they might not have the money to send people to university and stuff like that, and they don't have the time management to do it.
I think if they listen to the community and respond to that, I think there's a chance that people will buy into whatever's happening in the area, because they've had a say. If you just impose things from top down, you just say, "Oh, we're creating a shopping centre." Well, it's never worked. The shopping centre that we've had has always been a scary place for some people, you know, where it's been occupied by young people who, not in themselves are scary, but, you know, they're noisy, they're loud and whatever, and some of them have been antisocial. Let's face it, there's been a use in the shopping centre for people just to stand and drink, and for other people that's scary for even going there. So as the shops declined, other people occupy the space is what happens. So yeah, I think that there's a need for a lot more discussion, a lot more decisions to be taken locally, not just pandered to, but actually people could redesign, could develop, could even bring ideas that nobody's been thinking about to this area.
I think there's quite a few things they could probably do to break down the reputation that Muirhouse has got, and it'd be like just updated facilities and stuff like that, because the park there, that's been much the same since I've ever been here. They've changed around about a couple of times because it's been nicked, it's the exact same as what it was since I've ever been here.
I think there is a danger of people feeling excluded from, they'll see, if the have-nots, who haven't got a car, who haven't got facilities, or the means to look beyond half a week, the other half of the week is desperate. There's no money, the electricity's went off, you know, whatever, till either next benefit or next wage, you know, low wage. If we actually create a community where people look like they're having a good life, while the others are not having a good life, then we're going to have some difficulties. What actually we have to do is to bring everybody up. That means that when you build housing that's so-called affordable, it's nicely designed, it fits with people's dreams and aspirations. It may be even that it has small garden, etc., etc. So where it can be designed that it fits in with middle class aspirations, there's nothing wrong with that, you know. I think we need to have regeneration of the existing housing stock. Money has to be invested in that as well, to give people change. Looks like improvement, it will be improvement. New kitchens, new toilets, fabric of the building, looking after reducing the heat loss, fuel poverty, all those food poverty, all those kind of things. Allowing people to, if they want, to have a community garden or a shared garden or something like that, rather than live up a high rise or a block where the grass, you know, is about half a mile down. Yeah, those are the things that need to be done. But the community needs to demand it, the community needs to fight for it, and it needs to have a loud voice, or else it'll just get trampled on, and people will just have to take what's handed down to us.
I'm Marie, a young French maid. I've just come over for a few days, you know, just for a holiday. But they got me working. They got me working.
And how are you enjoying it in Muirhouse?
Oh, marvellous. It's a marvellous place. Really marvellous. I'm thoroughly enjoying every minute of it. Oh, my favourite character was actually the Ugly Sister, Cinderella. And that really was fantastic.